Star is Born is directed by Bradley Cooper. This is his first film as a director, and it also stars him alongside Lady Gaga. And in this movie, Bradley Cooper plays a seasoned musician who discovers and falls in love with a struggling artist named Allie, played by Lady Gaga. And she's kind of given up on her dream to make it as a big singer until she meets him. But even as Allie's career takes off, the personal side of their relationship is steadily breaking down, and Bradley Cooper's character fights an ongoing battle with his own internal demons. This movie's fantastic. I honestly think it's one of the best films of the year. And it's one of those films where once it ended, I kind of just sat and watched the credits for a while, speechless. And that's really thanks to the amazing work from the two lead actors in this film. First of all, Bradley Cooper completely vanished into this character. I've always really liked him as an actor, and I think this is honestly one of his best performances. Everything I ever knew about this guy completely turned to dust, and it felt like I was watching a real person. And Lady Gaga also is phenomenal. Sometimes when you make that singer to actor transition, it doesn't always go well, but she really nailed it. One of my favorite moments in the movie is when both the characters are sitting on this curb outside of a gas station. Lady Gaga just randomly starts writing a song out of nowhere based on what just happened to them. And I thought it was really cool. It really felt like I was watching musicians interacting with each other. From the looks of the trailers, I thought this movie was going to be a very straightforward romance story involving some musicians. But it was a lot different than what I was expecting, because it's very much a film about fame and the impact that it has on normal people. You have a story about someone who has been famous for a long time and they're kind of at the peak of their fame and they can't really handle it all. But then you also have a story about someone who's just entering the music industry and exploding with popularity. And it was really cool how both these characters are kind of contrasting images of themselves, but they also have a lot in common. That's part of the reason their romance is so compelling, and one of the biggest reasons why I love this movie so much is that I really was invested in their story, and I really did care about these characters. Of course, a huge part of this movie is going to be the music, because we're following two musicians who fall in love, and it's kind of a musical in some ways. But anyway, the soundtrack is amazing. I've been listening to the soundtrack a lot lately in my car, and it's just great. All the songs are awesome, the guitar work is beautiful, and the vocals from Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga are just so good. I also found some really interesting subtle things about the soundtrack, like sometimes the lyrics tell the story. They weren't just making songs for the movie, you know, they actually related the songs back to the characters' lives and what was going on. Another thing that I thought was really cool about this film was that it gives you a really good look into what it's like making it in the music industry, because we follow Lady Gaga's character who goes from singing in clubs and working multiple jobs to having her face on billboards and winning Grammys and that kind of thing. And I thought it was a really authentic portrayal of what it's like being blasted into stardom. It never feels like they gloss over it or it's overproduced or anything. You really feel like you get to know this character through her journey. This movie presents fame in a very realistic and visceral way, and you get to see these characters who are just two normal people in the music industry who become larger than life, who are just trying to maintain the integrity of who they are and what their image is and what makes them special in the first place. And I thought that was really one of the most profound parts of this movie. It has some really interesting things to say about what that life is like and how it's not always what it's glammed up to be. In regards to flaws with A Star is Born, it's kind of hard to pinpoint some, but I would say there's some parts of the movie that feel a little bit rushed. Like, I could have used a little bit more development with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga's romance towards the beginning. Some sequences don't feel like they're given enough time, and they'll cut to a transition really fast, and you feel like you wanted that scene to last longer. But that's really the only issue I have with this movie. I really loved A Star is Born. If you want to see a really moving drama about fame and what it does to people, then you should definitely check out this movie. If you want to see a love story with two musicians, then you should probably see this movie. If you're a fan of great music, you should check this movie out. If you're a fan of great acting, you should definitely check this out. Also, I think this film might have what is my favorite ending of 2018. I'd have to think about that, but it has one of the most emotional finales that I've seen in a really long time, and it really left me speechless. Quick shout out to Bradley Cooper, because the guy did a phenomenal job directing this. I can't believe this is his first film, because he really knew what he was doing. He made a really nice looking film, it's shot really well, and he also made a film with two characters that I really cared about. A Star is Born is a phenomenal movie that I really recommend seeing, and I think people are going to be talking about this film for a long time. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Have you seen A Star is Born? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Look forward to more reviews very soon. There's a lot of good stuff coming out in October, and I hope to have a lot more videos on this channel this month. Also, be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.